Hey everybody, RootBoot22 here, back again. I realized I've done some other gear reviews in the past, and I never really reviewed footwear. So I wanted to do a little review on the boots that I wear. This is the Keen Targhee II men's boot, size 12. Let me just give you a little view of these things overall. Okay. Now, this boot is made of nubuck leather. It has a EVA midsole. So we got all the nubuck. They're waterproofed through Keen Dry. It's their own waterproofing. And just regular Keen soles. They're not Vibrams, but they have proven to be very, very good boots for my application. Now let me just go over some key points to these things. The inside, it's got a very nice midsole, completely treated with the Keen Dry. It also has some sort of microbial protection. It's good for me because I easily get athlete's foot, and I can tear apart shoes just because of that. They get disgusting and smelly and just overall just horrible and gross, and I don't like that at all about that. But some really cool points to this boot in particular is that I've found along the laces. You can see here, I'll use a little chopstick. Along the laces you can see, here's your lace strap, and it's sewn all the way down into this midsection here. Now what I found what this does is creates positive crease points for the boot, so you don't end up with odd crease lines in your boots, which can lead to sole separation and that kind of thing, I found. But what I do like about these is that they have this nice sewn in strap that goes all the way through. This thing right here goes all the way through the bottom of the boot. And up in here, you can see it comes up in here. Also being sewn in 3 times. One into the gusseted tongue, one right on top connecting the lace, and then another one right on the toe. And this one's bonded into the toe cap. I'm assuming it's sewn in there as well. The toe caps on these, just like all Keens, are rubber. And these rubber, they are, you can see the dimples. Let's see if I can get a close up. There we go. They're dimpled, almost like dinosaur skin. And these boots, they really have excellent grip. Going up, you can see that they lace in very nice. They do ventilate okay. They're not the most venti boots that I've ever worn. My feet do sweat in them, but I have yet to get athlete's foot from wearing these. Something else about these Keens that I particularly like is if you're like me and you have odd-shaped feet with really, really wide in the front and kind of narrow towards the heel, these boots incorporate a heel tucker, I like to call it. Basically, it's this strap that comes through this loop and up into the final pull, so that when you tighten these, the back end comes forward and locks your heel into place, but it also has this nice angle coming down, so your heel is locked into place in the back. And this comes right up on your Achilles and right over your ankles, drops down so you don't get any chafing. And here in the back we have this little Keen logo. This protects your heel as well. This is all EVA, but it has been pretty strong. This right here, this was from a dog. Started biting the shoe, but the rest of it, you can see I've been wearing these for just about a year now, every day. So 365 some odd days of constant wear and constant usage, and they have still to let me down. I'll just give you a view of the sole, the outsole, starting down here. See, they have worn down just because of my walking pattern. just on that one corner, but the rest of it has become nicely aged. Very wide toe box. That's something that I really enjoy about these boots, is that they have very wide toe boxes because my feet are wide and big. So I have not had any foot problems wearing these whatsoever. As far as wet traction goes, on metal or wet rocks, wet wood, that kind of thing, I have a little bit of trouble with it, but you just need to keep in mind that you're not wearing, you know, cleats or anything like that, and you have to be mindful of your footing. But one thing that I really did appreciate that Keen did about these boots is they gave it a very staggered pattern in the soles. Let me put it in the light here. You can see up in the front and the toe, you got these biting edges that when you're taking your step, they will dig in like ice picks all along the front. And up here, this is where your big toe would be, and over here is your supporting toes. So you have more of a rounded edge and smaller triangles up here with places for water and mud and wet grass to tuck in between those. And over here on this side, it's more flow through for walking patterns. And then here you have these divots. They're pretty deep. So it's not only the distance or the height of this lug versus the main part of the sole, which is also dimpled the same way as it is in the toe cap. So it's not a flat bottom. You have continued traction throughout. What I did do with these is I just recently cut some lines into them called sipes. I cut siping into the big middle lugs, and my wet traction has improved greatly. Now these are older boots, that's why I did it, just as an experiment. So I don't recommend doing that on a brand new pair of boots, but it has helped. Now in here, this is some very, very hard plastic in here. Great for arch supports, great for rocking your feet across something. If you're walking across a bunch of rocks or something like that, I usually use the front part of my foot for that. But there have been occasions where you might start slipping and sliding, and that's why Keen put these in here as very strong arch supports, not only, but they also give it kind of like a rocking feel, so that you don't start slipping and sliding, because these are also textured. And then in the very middle, along with the logo, you have these nice lugs in the center of your foot. Coming along the back edge, you can see that these also are biting lugs going right through. It's kind of like a wave design, which I didn't really like in the beginning, but it has proved to be very effective. Not very aesthetically pleasing to me, but very effective boot design. Tongue is fully gusseted all the way to the top, not 3/4. I have never gotten anything into these boots. I've been in walking through ice, snow, rushing water, all that kind of stuff, and I've never had an issue with water getting into my boots. The outside will get wet very quickly, but it doesn't reach through to the bottom in the inside of your foot. Overall, I would give it an 8 out of 10 for these boots. They're pretty nice. They are a bit pricey. They're just a tad over $100 for a pair. I had a gift card and I bought them. Only complaints that I have about these boots is that there's another version of that Keen makes just like this one, but it's more of the winter style, and they have a gator hook right here for when you're wearing gaiters. And the only problem that I had with these was that there wasn't really a place for me to hook the gator hook. So I hooked it on my laces, and that was fine. But I appreciated the fact that there was another version of the boot that they actually gave a designated spot for you to hook your gaiter onto. I think that that'd be a pretty cool idea to put on a boot like this. But I mean, great boot overall. I would recommend them to anybody, whether or not you do a lot of hiking or very little hiking, or you're just walking around. They're very, very comfortable. It only took me a couple of days to break them in before they felt like I've been wearing them forever. And because they're nubuck, I mean, they're very, very lightweight. I mean, the two of them together probably weigh a couple pounds, maybe 3 or 4 pounds, which is a lot lighter than a lot of the other boots that I've seen, especially for what they incorporate. I mean, it's a big rubber sole, comes up over the toes. It seems like it would be a heavier boot than it is, but it almost feels like you're wearing nothing on your feet when you're walking around in these things. The laces have held up very well. I haven't had to change them. A dog did get to it and, ate half the lace, but just from regular use and everything else, I mean, they've been absolutely perfect in every way, and when these wear out, I will definitely buy another pair. So until we meet again, this is Root Boot 22 signing off, and may your boots meet every mile. Thank you for watching. Please comment and subscribe.